Up to now, we have gone through our loop statements and let the condition inside the loop statement determine when the loop will finish. ABAP contains termination statements that allow you to terminate a loop prematurely, and there are two categories of termination statements: those that apply to the loop and those that apply to the entire processing block in which the loop occurs. So first of all, let's have a look at how we terminate the processing of a loop. And the first statement we're going to discuss is the continue statement. Now this allows us to terminate a loop pass unconditionally. And you'll see when we take a look at the syntax that there are no conditions added to the statement itself. When I first started ABAP, I thought the continue statement seemed a little bit odd. Why would you want to use the word continue to terminate a loop? It just seemed a bit backwards to me. But maybe that's just me. The continue statement actually means do not process any more statements in this loop. Just immediately end the processing of all the statements in the loop right here and jump to the start of the loop again. So if we include the continue statement inside our loop, the remaining statements will not be executed. As soon as the continue statement is hit, processing jumps right to the top of the loop again and starts another loop run, as long as the conditions set by the start of your loop statement are still met. So let's have a look at the structure of the continue statement and go through a quick example so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I will use the do loop for this example. So let's get rid of this while and bring back our do loops. And we don't need an inner do loop for this example. Let's get rid of B. Okay, then what we're going to do is introduce an if statement. So let's say if sy index, which should be the same as the variable a that we are setting as a separate counter ourselves. So we're saying if sy index equals 2, then we will say continue. And that's all there is to it, just that one word, continue. Then we will end our if statement. So what this is going to do is start this loop. It thinks it's going to execute it 15 times. Then as soon as we're in this second loop, we will hit the continue statement and processing should jump straight back to the top of the loop. Which means we are not going to write out this outer loop cycles text with a value of a on the second loop pass. So let's run through. I will put the debugger on. Here we go. So we'll step through. Let's have a look at the value of a and the value of sy index. So if sy index is 2, which it's not, it's going to output the text to the screen. And we'll have a quick look. There you go, there's the output. So we'll step through again to the second time. Now sy index has been set to 2, so the if statement should be true this time. So we get to the continue statement, and you can see execution jumps straight to the top of the loop again. And I'll continue processing, and we're on the third iteration. So as soon as we hit the continue statement, the rest of the code was not executed. Processing jumped straight out of the loop back to the top. So now I will just zoom along to the end. There's our output, and we can see we have 1, 3. So we have that missing 2.